Welcome. Today, I'm going to be giving you a brief demonstration on how you can use the HTML editor in the D2L Brightspace Learning Management System. Now, let's get started. We're going to come up here to the navigation bar and we're going to select Content. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to look at our modules. I'm going to make sure week 1 is selected and I'll verify it is open here. I'll come down to Add a Description and I will click on it. Now our HTML editor is open, but it is a smaller window. If we want to maximize it, and we can make it full screen by clicking on these arrows here, and now it's much larger. Now I'm going to show you how to use a few of these features, but before I do that, I'm going to copy or paste in some text. Okay, and then I'm going to make this text a little bit larger. And to do that, I can come over here and I can hit the font size. So I'll do 16, okay? And then I'm going to keep this selected. I'm also going to hit Comic Sans just so that it's something different. Now, there's quite a few features that we can use. We can make this bold here, so that's what I'm going to do. We can select it up here, or we can select it in the drop down. We also have the option to do it as italicized, which we have in the drop down here and up here, and we can also underline it. So I'm going to go ahead and underline it. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring this down a little bit because I want to make this centered. So in order for me to do that, I can come over here to alignment, and as you can see, it's already to the left. I can make it to the right, or I can do it to the center, and I'm going to center it. Now say I would like to add some lists using a bullet list or even a number list. I go right up here next to the alignment and select lists, and I can do a bullet list, but say I don't like that. I can undo it, or I can just go right back in here and I can make it a numbered list. Now, there is an option here where if I want to change like a sentence color, I'll highlight that, and I can come right over here by the underline and I can make it a different color. Now, I'm going to choose pink, okay, and I'll even make it bold so it stands out. Now, I can come over here, and this is my favorite feature of the HTML. I can do an accessibility tracker, so I'm going to click on this. And as you can see, it gives me a warning. This paragraph looks like a heading. If it is a heading, please select the heading level. So I'll select, heading level number 1, and I'll hit repair. It says you must have a contrast ratio of 4 to 5 to 1, or 4.5 to 1. And if I don't know how to change this, or I have a question on what I should do, I can select on this and it will actually give me more information. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and hit ignore because I'm just going to go right back up here and I'm going to change this back to black, and I'm also going to make it not bold, and that should be better. So I'll go ahead and click the accessibility, and as you can see, it changed. So now we have all of our information in here. So anytime we want to, we can go right back up here, make it not be full screen. We can verify that everything stayed the way we want it. And we always want to hit update anytime we're updating anything. And I love this feature. Now say you notice when you minimized it that something was a mistake, you can click right back in here and see how it's lit up blue, and you can go right back to your editing. But since there's nothing that I want to change, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click update, and I want to leave it just like it is. Now I'm going to come over here to week 2, and I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and add a description. This time, I want to show you how you can add an image. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say insert image. I'm going to go to my computer. I'm going to select upload. And now I'm going to do a Brightspace logo. And I'm going to hit add. Now this provide alternative text pops up, and we can type in what it is. So we're going to write Wright State University logo, and every time we want to make sure we do this, we'll hit OK. And then I can say overwrite existing file, and then I'll hit save. Now, as you notice, this image is very large. I can change the resizing of it a few ways. I can select it here, and I can come up here and make it whatever size I'd like. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. So I can do this by coming down here to this drop-down menu, and I can hit image options. I'll select on that, and I'm going to change the width here to, we'll say 600. Okay, and I'm going to select save, and you notice the height because it's going to make it in proportion. So it's going to save it. So I can do it that way. There's also where I can come in here and I can edit my image. Now there's options to do that. So I can make this smaller in here if I want, or I can maximize it. I can resize. I can come over here and I can add contrast. So I can make it lighter or darker. I can even change it inverted, and if you want any changes to apply, then you select apply. For this, I don't want it to, so I want to keep it that way. And I didn't want to make any other changes, so I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel because I like the way that it is. But this is how you can add it to your list. And then we're going to minimize it. We're going to hit update, and as you can see, it updates. So I'm going to click on table of contents, and now you can see where I've added information using the HTML editor. Thank you for joining me.